What's up, guys? It's Josh back with Daddy Disc Golf, and today we're going to be reviewing some new discs from Streamline Discs, which is MVP's latest creation entering the solo mold market. The Electron Pilot and Neutron Trace is what they sent us. Let's see how they fly. And first up today, we'll be reviewing the Electron Pilot. This Electron is in medium, and if you've thrown MVP before, you'll be familiar with this plastic. And look at that 3-foil stamp. These come stock with these molds, with these beautiful 3-foil stamps. On paper, this disc is supposed to be a very straight gliding putter, and after testing it with it for a couple throws, I couldn't agree more. I was getting great glide out of this thing, and it really was just flying straight. It seemed to stand up, flip up, and just kind of fly straight forever. Now, I throw all my mid-ranges and putters with a power grip, so I'm kind of taking a little bit off here to have this putter resist the turn. But sure, you kind of just dead straight. Another thing I was noticing is this disc wasn't just dumping really hard at the end. It has a really nice, smooth, subtle finish for those up shots that you need to kind of place right where you need them. Just to give you guys a small perspective of somebody else throwing this putter, this is Tall Tom from the MVP fan page. And we got another fan member, Chris, here to show you guys how this thing can take the anhyzer. It was holding it. Now next, I wanted to show you guys a couple of flick attempts with this Electron Pilot. My first attempts, I was turning it over. It just kept going left for me. So just add a little bit more hyzer and started to straighten out, take some power off. Now I wanted to give you guys a more realistic perspective of how I would use this putter in my personal game. These small 100-foot and in flick shots are really my bread and butter as far as it comes to getting me inside the circle so I can convert and get out. So this disc was really flying perfect for me, and I really do think this is where I'll be using this disc a lot. Now I don't always use my putters for distance, but I know a lot of you people do. So I wanted to show you guys how this disc was performing with a little bit of power. I did put some anhyzer on that, and you could tell it stayed and didn't come back. And made the adjustment, put a little bit of hyzer, nice straight with reliable fade. I was getting to go pretty far, decent as far as my putters go. Next, just some backyard putting to kind of show you guys how this thing was putting for me. The winds we were experiencing on the first day were insane, so I came back out the next day when the winds were a little bit slower. As you can see, pretty much dead straight. Nice little fade. The big thing I noticed with this thing was the extended glide that I was getting that I don't normally get out of the MVP atom that I use. Just the more and more I putted with this thing, the more and more comfortable I felt with it, and I don't know, we'll see what happens here soon with my putter options. Lastly, I just wanted to give you guys a first-person view of how this putter was flying. I have the camera set up directly in front of me, so I'm putting over top of the camera, so to kind of give you guys that first-person feel. End of story. I pretty much just like this putter a whole bunch. It's very interesting, intriguing, I guess I'll say. Next up, we get to test out the Neutron Trace. Cannot wait to throw this thing. This is a high elevation shot. Put some anhyzer on it just to show you guys how this thing can be thrown with a flex distance shot. Came back nice and perfect. Very windy. We're responding pretty well today. Another backhand shot here. Turn over there. We're throwing into a bit of a headwind, but they were swirling. But I was able to get some really nice flex distance shots with this trace. It was flying like a faster Tesla. I love the Photon as well. It's kind of in that similar world for me personally, the plasma photon more specifically. There's Tom again, driving with this Trace. I think he was enjoying it as well. And I personally, probably a 75% flick guy off the tee, so I really want to show you guys how I was flicking this. Really enjoying the lines this thing was carving. Put a little bit of an anhyzer on that. This one I just kind of want to do a small little hyzer flip up and straight. And as you can see, it flips up straight, rides out, turns slightly, and then fades dependably. I really can't ask for a better flight path. So definitely go out, grab yourself a Neutron Trace, grab yourself an Electron Pilot. It'll also be available in soft as well as medium, and this disc, the Trace also comes out in Proton. So all these are going to be available on March 31st through Daddy Disc Golf and also your favorite retailer. So make sure to go out and pre-order yourself some and support the company we all know and love as MVP and their new solo mold disc endeavor. As usual, thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, comment. I appreciate all the love I've been getting, and thank you guys so much. Let us know what you want to see more of.